All right, sorry about that long pause in the beginning. I've been trying to get like this background stuff to show, and it doesn't really look like it's showing. So far, that's the only thing I've used on this platform that's not working. We're using Restream and we're streaming out to Facebook and YouTube. We are not streaming out to Twitter any longer just because I can't stand the platform. I don't like it. I don't like any of the changes. So I'm just going to avoid it like the plague. And here we go. Let's. All right, cool. That works out. So I hope you guys like my haircut. This is the shortest I've had it in a very long time. It feels a little bit weird, but I am trying to get used to it. I really like the captions on Facebook. Cool. Now, here's some things we're going to have to talk about, just because you need to know what's going on. So, when it comes to affiliate marketing, we're just going to basically jump right in on this. You definitely need the proper tools, and you need to understand that I completely and utterly feel your pain. Oh, that's another big difference too. The video on Restream is much brighter than on the other streaming platforms. So we're comparing this to StreamYard, and we're comparing it to the heck is the name of that other one? It's like on the OneStream Live. So OneStream Live and YardStream, this is way better than that. The video is brighter, and I don't understand how the platform can do that, but the video is much brighter. Okay, so you have a huge and very serious problem. You've put yourself out there. You've taken a risk. Excuse me. And you've joined something. You've gotten involved in it, and you're throwing it all over your social media. You're getting crazy with it. And now you're starting to get feedback about it. And you're getting a lot of no's. And some of your friends and family are being quite brutal about how they're saying no to you. It's very interesting. Someone will congratulate you for doing something that represents nothing, like finishing a video game, winning a baseball game. These things aren't real, they're fake. And when we do well in the fake fantasy world that is our popular culture, we get congratulated for it, and we get a lot of pats on the back. When I first started in affiliate marketing, I was led here, I was led there. And a lot of people said, I have the secret here, I've got this and that, and, do this and that, and this and that will happen. I know that was a little bit weird, but it's all basically true. So, you join them, you follow them, and you're feeding money into these things every single month. You're just feeding money, and you're not getting anything back. You'll get, maybe 2 or 3 signups a week on your email list. And out of those 2 or 3, maybe one of them will confirm the subscription. So in a month's time, you get 12 people. And out of those 12 people, only 4 are actually confirming the subscription. So you're building this huge, long list of dead, unresponsive people, and the numbers in your list subscription keep going up, but the amount of activity does not go up. You're not getting a lot of opens. You're definitely not getting hardly any click-throughs, and you're not getting any sales, because there's kind of a formula to all this, okay? So let's say you send out 1,000 emails. What you're going to get back from those 1,000 emails, if you have a very good responsive group, and if you get like a 1% response rate, you might, if you're lucky, get 10 sales. That's how this works. Now, if you're not lucky, your group isn't very responsive, maybe you haven't been working with them for very long, maybe you don't even have 1,000 subscribers yet. There's a lot of things that can go wrong with these figures that I'm throwing at you, but that's what they do. They throw all kinds of figures at you. And I understand they want to explain the compensation plan, but I've seen some of these compensation plans and pretty much thinking you need to be a NASA engineer to understand how those things go. What I concentrate on is the product. Number one, am I using the product? If I'm not using the product, if I have no intention of using the product, I am not going to sell it. So everything I sell, I use the product on it, okay? Everything. So you're really going to want to look at what you're selling and seeing if you are able to use it. You know, how do I say this? Okay. So you think right now you're set up for business, but you're not actually set up. And the reason for that is you don't really have a storefront. All businesses need a storefront. And I know what you're saying. My aunt, uncle, mother, father, cousin, brother, sister, they did Amway from their kitchen table and they made money and it worked out well for them. The end of the story. Well, no, that's not the end of the story, because I remember Amway back then in those days. And I remember everyone kept their own store stocked. So you had a little room somewhere in your house, maybe a closet, maybe somewhere underneath the steps, where you had boxes and boxes and boxes of Amway soaps. And what you would do is you would shop for your family from your own store, and then you would supply all of your friends and neighbors. Why? Because regardless of what you feel about Amway's marketing techniques, no one can argue this one fact. They have the best soap. They have the most concentrated cleansers. A lot of them are natural, some of them are chemical, you know, and they're so highly concentrated. So you get like 1 quart bottle, and then you could make like 10 squirt bottles full of, you know, detergent out of that stuff to scrub your whole house down. And they started by selling the stuff out of the trunk of their car. Amway started on what they're known best for, their soaps. And the two dudes that started the company sold this soaps out of the trunk of their car. I just think about that for a minute. You see, no one's asking you to drive around town trying to sell soap out of the trunk of your car. No one's asking you to open up the white pages, pick up your cell phone, and just start cold calling people out of the blue. Here's a script. No one's trying to get you to do that, okay? But a lot of these companies, they will, in fact, try to get you to do just that. It's crazy. It's just some of these companies, while they have really excellent products, their marketing plan has something to be desired, okay? And the people who join these opportunities, and they're doing it properly, they're using their own products and stuff like that, and maybe they're successful with it, maybe they're not. But when you ask them, what are you doing? How can I copy you? They don't have a lot to tell you. In fact, I've literally had people tell me, seriously, that they don't coach, or they'll tell me how to do it, but I have to go all in with a $5,000 investment. Okay, so if you can't coach me or teach me how to sell these products, as they are, so that I can work up to a level, why in God's name would I give you an additional $5,000? I know you like level up in the company and whatnot and this and that, but they're not telling you how to do it now. Where do you get the confidence that they'll tell you once you've already given them $5,000? And I know what you're saying, but you don't want to be taught. There are a lot of internet coaches out there right now. All they are teaching is theory, theory and emotional awareness, basically. They want to make you aware that you're not comfortable with money, you're not comfortable with talking about money, and the higher the dollar amount, the less comfortable you're going to be. Well, no friggin' joke. Who the heck? I don't know many people that are really comfortable talking about money. I don't know very many people who are comfortable asking a person for a large sum of money, even after they've delivered the goods and services to you as promised. They still get all nervous, humming and hawing about the price tag. Um, you really don't want to ever do this. So if you have been watching these videos for the last few months, or maybe you haven't, there's a formula that we're following here. And the formula is to, number one, know what it is that you do. What is it that you stand for? How are you going to brand yourself? So for me, I brand myself as a person that is successful, and I can show you how to be as successful as I am. One person asked me, could you show me how to be more successful than you are? That's a weird question. I understand what they're trying to say, but at the same time, how can you teach someone to be better than you are? That's pretty difficult. Now, I can understand you get someone who's naturally talented and you teach them what they know and they take that, they become successful, and then they pass you up because they have a lot of talent. Maybe they have, education, a lot of experience. Maybe they're an old soul who was a pitch man from the times of Mad Men. I mean, there's all these things that you can try to figure out, but it comes to stand that we all have the exact same pain point. Every single one of us, we all started at exactly the same place, and we all had an equal amount of difficulty clawing our way to the top. So there's this guy, his name is Mark. He says, don't do what a guru tells you to do. Do what they are doing. And that struck me. That's okay. So what are these gurus doing? These gurus pump out a lot of content, and they pump out mixed media of content. So they will do written word, they will do pictures, they will do video, and then they will combine all of them on different platforms. So for instance, someone might take a motivational picture, slap it on Facebook, and tell a story about this reminds them of something they've overcome. And then everyone chimes in the comments, and there you go. What this person is doing is they're building credibility with their audience. It's very important. So I'm branding myself as I was not successful, I became successful, and now I can show you how to do it too. And that's everything I'm doing. That's what it's doing. All of my content, everything pulls to that like a magnet. All right. Because that's what I stand for. Regardless of what I'm doing, whether it's reselling, whether it's affiliate marketing, whether it's putting up a blog post, whether it's teaching a class like this, I am successful. And I push forward and push forward. And when I say I push forward, what I'm talking about is pushing forward to get the hell out of my comfort zone. Comfort is death. Just keep that in mind. Comfort is death. If you're really, really comfortable and you're all snuggled in and you're warm and toasty and life just couldn't get better, you're literally preparing yourself to die. So just kind of keep that in mind. I don't, the whole concept of retirement to me, sitting around, playing shuffleboard, watching television, I don't want to do nothing like that. I think I'm going to just keep on working until the day I die, basically. But that's my own choice. A lot of you are like, no, man, no. I just want that residual income to pour in while I'm playing shuffleboard and swimming in the pool and soaking in the hot tub. And I mean, that's cool, man. I like to do that stuff too sometimes. I just don't do it, all the time or constantly. So brand yourself, know who you are and what your mission statement is. And basically your mission statement has to go something like, this is how I serve my community by offering something like this. So for an example, I have a little blurb that says, helping entrepreneurs make their first $1,000 online, period. And I say that because most online marketers that I've met have yet to make their first $1,000 online, which is very confusing because it's not really that hard. You just have to keep at it. You have to keep persistent, diligent, and keep pushing forward right on past your comfort zone as often as you possibly can. All right. Number 2, identify your audience. Know who it is you want to serve. And I find this really funny because I'm going to use Russell Brunson as an example, and I'm going to use Kim Ward as my second example. These are two completely different people. Yes, they do have some things in common, but these people are different. They grew up, were raised, and live in two different parts of the country, two different states. But they do have these certain things in common. So I'm going to first start with Russell Brunson. He specifically states he wants to help entrepreneurs. But when he says that, he goes on to explain he wants to help people who are already established in business and they want to grow beyond where they are now. And I can understand why he wants to do this. Because check this out, okay? If you're talking to a struggling entrepreneur and you tell them that this platform is going to cost them $300 a month, they're going to crap themselves because they have no idea where that $300 a month is coming from. They got involved in this to make money, not to spend money. But Russell wants to talk to the kind of people who already have a business. They already have like this weight loss system, this exercise system, this whatever. And he deals with people with brick and mortar businesses too, like dentists, doctors, chiropractors, lawyers. It's pretty incredible how wide his reach is, how large his audience is, because he doesn't keep it to just online marketers. He goes out for all the businesses. And if you're a dentist and you're looking at his system, spending $5,000 to get a 20% increase in your revenue, that makes all the sense in the world. But when you're just beginning, that is a horrifying prospect. Where am I going to get 5K? What is this, like the mafia? They're going to break my knees or something? I can understand. So right now, you're at the point where $50 or $100 a month is a huge sum of money. So I have a secret for that. But the minute I tell you, because I'm telling it to you for free, I'm not charging you, you're not going to believe it. You can finance anything you want, whether it's an online business, whether it's a better place to live, a nicer car, or you just want $1,000 or so extra a month every month. My secret, one of my secrets, because I have a lot of secrets. One of them, oh, I jumped ahead of myself. Sorry, guys. So that's Russell. So Russell wants to work with people who are already in business. They already have a business. They just want to get more customers. They want to make more money. Now there's Kim Ward. Now, Kim Ward is different. Okay, Russell is an old school marketer who started out when the internet and the World Wide Web were still very, very young. So kind of keep all of that into consideration. And he didn't start out working with already established business. He had to establish himself as a very successful marketer. And that's what he is. You mentioned Russell Brunson's name to anyone who's ever considered having an online business, and they already know who he is. It's pretty incredible to have that kind of fame. Kim Ward is not as famous. She is, however, a certified coach, and she's certified in something like neural linguistics programming. So she's certified in that too, which is pretty interesting. I'm pretty sure they used that on us in the Marine Corps when I was in boot camp and School of Infantry and stuff like that, that training, that neural linguistics programming. I'm sure they did that to us because we absorbed all of that very, very quickly. We learned a lot in a very short amount of time. And she really knows how to do this. She really knows how to feed you information so that your mind processes it not only quickly, but it's just really easy for me to understand. And she's very, very available. Whenever I have a question, I just bring her up on Facebook Messenger, and I usually get a response in a reasonable amount of time. Now, she's very, very popular. She has a huge client roll, and she's busy all the time. So when she gets back to me, it's always this huge, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're so busy. You just came off a live and you're talking to all these people and closing all these sales, and you still have time to go ahead and answer my idiot question. Now she has a couple of ideal clients, but one of her ideal client is a person who is either in affiliate marketing, they're either selling other people's stuff or they're selling their own stuff, and they need more traffic. Her specialty, she is the queen of Pinterest. I joke you not. This person, Kim Ward, knows more about Pinterest than anybody else I know. And that's saying a lot. Not only does she know it, she really knows how to, what's that word I'm saying? She really knows how to work the platform to get the most amount of reaction or interactions with your pins. You see, a lot of people don't understand that Pinterest is not just a social media platform. It's a massive search engine. People jump on Pinterest all the time, and they're looking for all kinds of different things. And I can see why, because your average Pinterest post is 1,000 pixels wide by 1,500 pixels long. You can put a lot of information in an infographic of that size. So I understand why Pinterest is so popular, but the amount of views some of these keywords get is incredible. Well, I use the word view, which isn't entirely correct. I want to say searches. So let's say, affiliate marketing, last month might have gotten, 500,000 searches on Pinterest. And for such an enclosed, captured audience, 100,000, that's a massive, I'm sorry, 500,000, that's a massive number. That's a huge number. You know how much that would cost you on Google? I don't, because I haven't done Google advertising in years. But things have changed so much and they've gotten so much more expensive. I can see that happening. So I know right now what your pain point is. I know it. You have nobody to talk to you about your business without being accused of spamming. And I know how this goes because they're telling you to jump on Facebook Messenger and to message everyone you know about this great new opportunity. They even taught you how to use the Facebook demographics to get the type of person you actually want. Like if I'm looking for an ideal customer, I'm pretty much looking for someone who is like me. We have things in common. We're right around the same age. We have a lot of the same interests. This to me would be my ideal client because I can talk to this person and we can relate to each other, and building a rapport very quickly is an easier task than if we had nothing in common. We're nowhere near in age, so we don't really talk about the same stuff. We come from two different parts of the world, so our cultures are completely different. Things like this can really separate people, and it makes it very, very difficult to really build a rapport and find out what their problem is, find out what their pain point is. See, this is what's going on. So I was talking to a friend of mine, and they weren't satisfied with the platform they were building their classes on. So I'm using this awesome platform called System.io, and it's super easy to use. The tech support very responsive. They have a massive amount of free training. Not even eBay gives you free training. I mean, they do have the the message boards where you can go and ask questions and people will answer you. And they do have sales support, tech support, that type of thing to help you out if you have a problem or a question. But if you want to go to eBay University and learn how to use eBay to its fullest, they're going to charge you for that. It's not free. It's free on Amazon and it's free on System, but it's not free on eBay and it's not free on a lot of other platforms. They want to charge you to train you. That's why I love platforms where the training is inclusive in everything they offer you. It's not extra. You don't have to pony up extra funds or figure out how you're going to afford to pay for the lessons to learn how to use this opportunity that you're getting involved in so that you can make money from the opportunity. It's like this huge catch 22, and it could really kill your business before it even has a chance to get off the ground. So there's a couple of things I'm going to recommend for you, especially if you're just starting out. Get yourself a free LeadsLeap account. In the bottom of the subscription, I have a link. It's called One Sign Up a Day. And that is the little book that will teach you, a small strategy on how to get at least one person to sign up for your list a day, every day. That being said, with your LeadsLeap, with the free membership, you're going to be able to build an email list. Your email list is your bread and butter. It's literally your yellow brick road. If you don't have an email list, then you're not really in business, because this is a list where these are people that you're developing a relationship with. You're showing them that you have value. You're building trust with them because you're sending them emails, you're communicating with them, you're inviting them into your world, basically. And it works out like that. It works out really, really well. As an example today, I had a new person. They subscribed to my YouTube channel, and they also signed up for my email list. And they confirmed, super important that they do that. It's so important that underneath the sign in or sign up button or start now button, whatever you call that button, I have it. If you want the bonuses, you have to confirm your email address. Otherwise, you don't get no bonuses. Now, to set your email list up to so that you can auto respond to people and set up a series that goes out there and have lead magnets that once they confirm, they can download. You're going to have to upgrade for that. And don't even worry about it. Couple of reasons why. Reason number one, at its top price, LeadsLeap is less than $30. It's like $28, $29. It's somewhere right in there. That's at its top retail price. If you sign up for the free one, they give you this tag and they give you 24 hours to upgrade for 30% off, which drops the price down to about like 19 something dollars. And that's it's a heck of a deal at less than 30. It's an even better deal at 19. And when I saw that, I didn't even hesitate. So within my first 2 hours of signing up for the free LeadsLeap account, I had upgraded it and started promoting it and started using it right away. And it's amazing. It's cool. The price doesn't go up when you get more subscribers, nothing like that. So I think it's quite an excellent deal. It's a nice little all-in-one package because you can build your list, you can build your lead capture pages, have your lead magnets on it, have everything set up. You can have yourself a nice little funnel. They even have a funnel builder where you can build a funnel 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 layers deep. It's pretty amazing. I can't even say enough good things about LeadsLeap. And Kim Ward also, she teaches a Pinterest Academy. It's called the Pinterest Marketing Academy. And it's all about how to use Pinterest to market your business. And the reason why I'm recommending both of these is number one, you need LeadsLeap. If you're in any type of online business, you need LeadsLeap. You need to build your subscriber list. If you don't and you don't do it right away, you're going to be very, 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 very sorry. Very sorry. I'm very sorry that I didn't start list building way back in 2013. Because had I done that, oh man, I would be way better off now. Like way better off. But I didn't do that. Didn't start list building till a couple of years ago. And it's hard. It's a difficult thing to do when you're trying to get advice from people and they're not giving you good advice. They're giving you either bad advice or they're like, oh, I don't know. I swear to God, I literally had someone who they do well for themselves. They built themselves a nice little list. When I asked them what they would recommend for me to build my list, they were like, oh, well, we have these programs for you to do that. And I'm like, yeah, but those are your subscribers. I want to get other subscribers so I could promote your products to them. They were speechless. They had nothing to tell me. They never used any type of formal advertising. They've used a lot of free forms of advertising, and now they poo-poo on those free forms of advertising, where that's how they built their business. But now it's just not good enough for them anymore. So what do you do with this? Where do you go? How do you do this? Where am I getting my traffic from? How am I doing that? So I'm getting traffic from Pinterest. I'm getting traffic from YouTube. I'm getting traffic from Facebook. How? How is what I'm doing now generating traffic? Think about that for a minute. You post stuff to Facebook all the time. Is it generating traffic for you? Do you have a Pinterest account? If you do, is that generating traffic? How's your YouTube channel doing? How healthy is it? Is it producing for you? These are questions you should be asking yourself, because these are all tools you're going to use to build up your traffic. Now, as we go on, I'm going to have more of these pain point lessons. I know this one, I didn't give you really anything solid to do, but I'm going to right now. At the very least, you need to have a free LeadsLeap account. You need to be on Facebook. You need to be on YouTube, and you really should be on Pinterest. Okay. On top of that, you really need to have your own blog with your own registered domain to you, something that you've branded, and start building that out. Now, if you sign up for certain programs I have down below, that will earn you a free blog. I will literally build the blog for you and host it for a year just because you signed up to certain of my programs. So there's a couple of programs, you just sign up for that one program, boom, you're in. And there's some others where you got to combine a couple of them together, and then boom, you're in. You just need to show me that you're in business to do business. You invest in me, I will invest in you. It's bing, bang, boom. I am one of the few marketers out there that will give you a free blog. The only thing you're going to have to do is register your domain name. And once you do that, I can give you the name servers, show you where to put them, and then boom, we're in business. Your site will be up in about a week to 10 days, and you can start using it to start making sales. And the great thing about it is, give me your ads and I'll put them on the site for you. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure not a lot of people have that deal out there. And then I will introduce you to what I'm doing, how I'm making money, how I'm closing sales, and what my traffic sources are. So because I believe in, if you have joined my group, you're with me now. You're part of the game. I'm not going to let you just, okay, now you're on your own. Screw you. Good luck. Hope you can persevere. You know, no, it's not like that. I literally show you how to do it. No, I literally show you what to do, how to do it, and when to do it. It's that simple. And then all you got to do is do it. And honestly, with today's technology and all the tools that are available, it's not that hard. It's not as hard as it was 10 years ago. 10 years ago, it was darn near impossible. But this is completely different. Everything is so different now. The technology has such a huge advantage. It is just amazing. Now, the only thing I really don't like about the way I have stuff set up is I was trying to do like a background type overlay type of thing. Because I didn't really want you guys to see all the mess I have going on back here. And on my table, I got stuff strewn everywhere. I've got a couple of glasses I got to take down to the kitchen and wash. But I got to tell you, man, when you're busy, when you're like really, 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 really busy doing stuff, you don't have a lot of time for housework. It's just the way it goes. When you're not as busy, you got all the time to keep a really clean house and make sure everything's nice and organized. And, you know, but I've been self-employed for way too many years now. And sometimes I get excited, things build up, I make a mess. I encourage you all to do exactly the same. All right, remember, do as I do, don't do as I say. And content is king. Know yourself, what you represent, what it is you want to offer, how you add value to what it is you want to offer. How are you going to stand out from the rest of the crowd? I give away blogs. So figure it out, what you want to do, what you're good at. And then know your customer. KYC, know your customer. Because in order for you to know them, then you're going to know where they hang out. And if you know where they hang out, then you can approach them. When you approach them, you have to use this formula. First, it's the hook. Shock and awe. So I made this long, I know your pain, how to start affiliate marketing. Think about that. It's got sharp words. It's got searchable keywords in there that attracts your attention. And then I go in to talk about the phenomenon that we've all experienced. We've signed up. Now what the hell do we do? Where are our customers coming from? How do we run our business? And they don't really tell you that. Aside from giving you some stupid piece of paper telling you to write down everybody you know. And it's not even people like you built a rapport with. They want, the teller at the bank, the person who pumps your gas, the guy at the meat counter at the grocery store, the person who rings up your groceries at the grocery store. See, I can understand this type of thing working in 1950, whatever, when everyone lived in smaller towns and we knew everyone and we did things at the same time every day. So when we went into the grocery store, it was Helen on register 3 that would usually check us out. Bobby, the bag boy, will help us out to the car with the groceries. And these people, you talk to them, make small talk conversation. This is now 2023. We're a long, long way from 1950, whatever. And in 2023, everything is different. The stores are open up way longer than they were in the 1950s. And there are a lot more people working in these stores because these stores are much, much, much bigger than they were 80 years ago. Think about that, 80 years ago. So when you're watching Happy Days, even though they made it in the 70s, it's supposed to be happening in the 50s, and it's like 80 something years ago. Things were different. The way they sold things were different, but the same. It's just harder now. Because when you go to the grocery store, every time you go there, not only do you probably go to a different checkout every single time, but a different person is checking you out. A different person is bagging the groceries. These are people, you don't see the same people every day, because you don't even go shopping on the same days. You don't go shopping at the same time of days. It's a random type of thing. And I know some of you are like, well, I have a schedule and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so every single Saturday at 4 p.m. you go grocery shopping? Because I find that hard to freaking believe. I believe you schedule in your grocery shopping time, but I don't believe it's the same day and the same time every week. So, because our lives, they get hectic, they get crazy, and we just can't do that type of thing. It's a different way of life. Everything is much, much bigger, and more people are crammed into much smaller spaces than they were before. So I need you guys to keep all of this in mind, okay? So you got to hook them. And what's the purpose for the hook? It's the thing I've been doing for the past 45 minutes, telling stories. You hook them in so they will listen to your story. And the reason why you have to tell a story is because you haven't built a rapport with this person. They need to find some way to relate to you. And there is nothing more relatable than telling stories. Because, like I said, you and I, we've never met. I don't know you. I wouldn't recognize you on the street. I don't know you, but I know what you're going through right now with trying to make money online. With this, I can build a rapport. Even though we're not having a real conversation and you're just watching my video, you can relate to my story. So you're watching my video, and all of a sudden, because you can relate to my story, I become a real person to you. This is key. Because now we go into not the sale, but the offer. When you stop making sales and start making offers, a new, completely different world opens up to you. Completely different, brand new, much more effective. A lot of people right now are trying to get people to sign up to their lists, and they're not having any type of lead magnets. They have nothing for the person to get as a bonus. They're like, oh, I'll show you how to market. I'll show you how to make money. I'll show you this. I'll show you that. I'll hit you in the head with a wiffle ball bat. It's craziness, okay? And the reason why I'm being a little bit silly is because it's kind of raw. It's kind of a law of the jungle type of thing. Animal eats animal, bloody mess, survival of the fittest type of thing. That's pretty much what business is. So I get really excited about this. When you build a lead capture page and it's got your picture and it's got some on point bullet points that are just, you're going to benefit from subscribing to my list, blah, blah, blah. And then subscribe here, get started now, and nothing else. What's going to happen is people are going to sign up, but they're not going to confirm because you didn't tell them to confirm on the initial sheet. I tell them right away, if you don't confirm, you don't get the bonuses. But this lead capture page can't do that because there are no bonuses. There's no incentive for them to confirm. And what you're saying is incentive. Yes, incentive. There has to be an incentive. All those traffic exchanges out there, all those people clicking. What do you think they click for? They click for badges. They get a couple pennies a day and they get badges. And these badges incentivize them enough to click their faces off. I would hope that money would be enough incentive. However, sometimes you've got to give them more things. Maybe give them some reports. Maybe give them an ebook. Maybe give them an instructional video. Heck, if you can, give them all three and have something to give them for every single stage of your funnel. So they get a bonus when they sign up just to opt into your list. Then if they sign up into one of your programs, they get another couple of bonuses. Then if they buy something you're selling, boom, they get more bonuses, okay? The reason for these bonuses is a lot of people out there are selling the same stuff. And they're selling the same stuff in the same areas on the internet. I'm sure all the stuff I'm selling right now, there's 100, not 100, maybe 1,000 guys out there just like me selling the same stuff. What makes me stand out? What makes me different from them? My offer makes me different from them because my offer has bonuses. Bonuses on top of bonuses on top of bonuses. The offer is more than the sale. It's if you just purchase this one thing, yes, you're going to get this, which in and of itself is an amazing value. But now you're going to get this. When I was a kid, I used to watch those 1-800 commercials all the time because, you'd be watching your cartoon or your TV show during prime time. We used to like to watch Chips. Whole family get together, crowd around the little console TV, watch Chips. Woo, Chips. And then we would see these commercials that would come on. And the later at night it was, the more of these commercials that would come on and the longer they would get. So it's like, get the Beatles complete catalog from blah, blah, blah to blah, blah, blah. And you get this and this. But if you sign up now, we'll throw in, I don't know, whatever it is they throw in. But it was always like, if you sign up now, if you call today, we're going to give you these bonuses. And it was always like 1, 2, 3, 4 bonuses. They might have knocked a little bit off the price there. And then they would give you an incentive to buy something else so that they knock off the shipping and handling for you if you made another purchase. And the funny thing about that was, hey, thanks, Jeff. I appreciate that, man. Jeff's like, looking spiffy. I really love how this thing, how it shows me my chats so I don't have to have the other channels open. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap this up because you guys are knowing what I'm talking about right now. Think offer. If you stop trying to make sales and start trying to make offers, you're going to be more successful. You're going to sell more than you've ever sold. And you're going to make more money than you've ever made. And things are going to start changing for you. But there's a process. You've got to take small steps in the beginning. You've got to, crawl, then walk before you can actually run. And you really got to know how to do that before they're going to, you got to run around like a little kid and oh, here's a bicycle. And you ride that bicycle around like a maniac. And they're like, oh, here's a moped. It's a bicycle with a motor on it. You ride that all around. And now you get in a car. Okay, marketing is very much the same way. You've got to learn some skills. before you can really get up and running. And you really got to sharpen those skills. Once you learn them, you got to sharpen them, practice them, become a grand master at these particular sets of skills. Storytelling is a skill. Figure out how to take the experiences of your life and make them relatable. Tell a nice little entertaining story because people love that crap. They just love it. And it makes you a real person. Okay, and craft your offers. Be really, really, really careful about how you make your offers. You want to give them value. You want to give them something they don't have right now. You want to give them something that they're afraid to go without. And that's truly the key. That fear of missing out is the way to go. Now, this has, other than me telling you to get a LeadsLeap account and make sure you're on Facebook, Pinterest, and YouTube, this has pretty much been a class of theory. However, it's a theory that is completely focused on you, that I have tried and it's worked for me. So now I'm going to show you how to do the same thing. So these next few videos that I'm making we're done with theory. Theory is gone. I'm going to teach you very specific things how to do. And yes, even though I have some videos in the past where I taught you how to make a lead capture page with lead magnets on LeadsLeap, I'm going to show you guys how to do that again. And I'm going to show you guys how to do your signature. I'm going to show you guys how to do your ads in the and all that good stuff. So, and I'm also going to show you where the traffic is coming from. And one of the best reasons to upgrade in LeadsLeap is for more traffic. And I'm going to show you how to take advantage of those advertising opportunities as well. So tune in, you know, keep watching. I'm on again tomorrow at, I want to say 8 p.m. Eastern. Nope, that's June. Hang on for a second. Let's see. Hang on. And I know what you're thinking. Why didn't you already have it open? Because if you knew you were going to do this, you should have already had it open. And I agree with you 100%. I should have, and I didn't. And now I'm sitting here. I'm trying to vamp until I can get to the what do you call it? The document that I'm looking for that has my schedule, because I've been running so far behind today that I haven't had a chance to get it into my calendar. Okay, so today is I Know Your Pain. Tomorrow is online business problems and what I do to solve them. So tomorrow we're going to go into specifics on what exactly that I'm doing. And I'm going to take you through them a little bit quickly. And then we're going to slow down and break down every step. And it's not just going to be a talking head video. I'm going to have a little slideshow and then some screen sharing to show you exactly what's going on. And then on Friday, we're doing .com secrets. We're delving ever farther into, I can't even see myself. There we go. We're delving ever farther into .com secrets. And right now you should be on, last place we left is 103. And for Friday, let's see here. You should be all the way up to page 108. So we're going to go through the 7 phases of a funnel so that you guys know what's going on. And then I normally don't do this, but this Saturday at 8 p.m., we're doing another class, and it's called My Big Secret. And I'm going to show you one of my newest forms of traffic. And it's actually pretty cool. I'm really excited about it. And I'm hoping that I'll have everything set up and producing by Saturday. If not, I will show you another one of my secrets. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for watching this. Thank you so much for staying all the way to the end. I appreciate you all.